Hey everyone, welcome back to a special episode of the Coffee and Cannoli podcast. This week we are going to be going over the Xbox Bethesda showcase that aired this past Sunday. With me today, above are Campo and Putty.
Above and above.
Above and above. I'm on the bottom today. I'm holding it together.
Such a supporting person right here.
Yeah, I got you guys on my shoulders right there. Yeah.
All right.
But
just like what Deadpool will do.
Yeah, exactly. Sick shirt again today. So we're going to be talking about the Xbox Bethesda showcase. We are going to maybe, if we have some time, touch up on some of the stuff that we saw in the Summer Games Showcase and some of the stuff from the PSN State of Play, if we can. Time provided, and whether you guys have watched it or not.
State of Play, I haven't, but the Summer Game Fest, I went through.
State of Play, there wasn't much, but there's some good stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just list off the games in order. And if there's a talking point you guys want to talk and get into it, we'll just say stop right there and just start talking about it. So we are going to start off, which I think everybody we're going to want to talk about this one is the first trailer they showed. They let off with this. It's the Redfall trailer with gameplay. What'd you guys think of Redfall?
I mean, I wrote just it looks good.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't I'm not attracted to it, to be honest with you, but it just generally looks like a good game.
See, yeah, it has like that Deathloop meets, I guess, Dishonored type of vibe with it. Like it's a typical Arcane Studios game, a little bit of Prey.
See, here's my situation. We'll get to one game that caught my attention, not just because of the creators, but just because of the visual. It's hard to get my attention now when everything is having to do something with some kind of monster thing. When it's you got to think outside the box, and Redfall looks good, but it's like, what's it going to be like when I play it? You know what I mean?
If it isn't zombies, it's vampires. If it isn't vampires, it's werewolves.
Yeah. So we've entered this phase now where like every game is the same game.
Yeah.
And my biggest takeaway from this that I didn't like was I hated the voice acting immediately when they started talking. I was like, nope.
Yeah. I didn't like it as well. At least at Bethesda too, they usually get some pretty good voice actors, and this time was Nolan North not available or Troy Baker?
I mean, I'll see when I play it, right? If I even get to play it, because it seems like this is the issue I have with gaming now in general, especially with these events. It's always been like this actually, but now it's worse. Where it's like E3 and they show you 30 new games that are coming out, and you're like, holy crap, I got to buy all 30 of these games. And now in today's economic world that we live in, you can't afford all of those games.
Especially that we're going to be hitting a recession soon too.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, sure, people have Game Pass and stuff. Great. But you're going to wait a year before you even get to play that game.
Yeah.
Some of those games.
And that's the thing too, we should mention too, when the show started, I forgot the lady's name. I think Sarah Bond was her name. She said all these titles are available within the next 12 months. Every single one of them.
It's the first time any gaming show has done that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they focused on what's coming out within the next 12. They didn't even touch upon the Xbox streaming dongle that they're going to have. Project
dongle.
K. No, didn't you hear about this?
Yeah,
Project K or whatever it's called. It's going to be like a Google adapter for your TV. But
dongle.
Yeah. They announced Hollow Knight Silk Song DLC.
I actually have. Is that DLC or is that full game?
I think it's a DLC or an add-on or something. Might not be a full game, but it's part of that Hollow Knight universe.
Yeah. See, what I'm curious about is I got Hollow Knight free with my PlayStation Plus, and I love it, but I haven't got to finish it yet. You know what I mean? But it's a great platformer, great story, great visuals. I'm again showing that's Xbox.
There he goes.
There he goes.
We lost Putty. We lost the Putty man.
We'll give him a couple seconds.
We'll come back on that because I think the next game he wants to talk about. So we'll go over that one for now. Riot Games announced that they're coming to Game Pass. But whoop-de-doo, right? Maybe Valorant you can play on Xbox, but I don't think you're going to get anybody playing League of Legends.
I was like, which ones are exclusive? Like I know Redfall's exclusive.
Oh wait,
there it goes.
Here we go.
Fast forward there.
This is good though. I like this. This
makes good content.
It adds to it.
Right? Valorant, those games there. Nobody's really playing those. Those are PC MOBAs. They're not really console games.
Yeah, and especially when later in this they announced.
There he goes.
They announced Overwatch 2
later in the show. Yeah,
it's kind of like renders Valorant irrelevant because I'm sure a lot of people play Valorant, but it's anywhere near the class of like Call of Duty or Fortnite or Overwatch.
Any of those, yeah. And Overwatch, especially the fact with Overwatch that they announced it's going to be free to play too. Right? They said that it's going to be free to play on Xbox.
Yeah.
There he is. Welcome back, sir. I know you're trying to connect.
Oh, no.
At least we don't got double putty again.
You're subjecting me to this craziness.
Not trying to subject you. I'm just gonna have to go and stay on my phone.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
Yeah.
We shall
Okay.
I'm gonna rearrange the tiles so the way we were. All right. No. All right. Yeah. So Putty, you were saying about the Hollow Knight that you haven't got a chance to finish it yet. And
yeah, but I was excited, like, okay, cool, maybe this will give me reason. But then I'm like, wait, is this Xbox exclusive? That's what my concern was.
I don't think it is, but they didn't really specify though with that. They didn't say whether it was an Xbox exclusive or whether
that's the problem,
it's DLC or if it's a new game. That's the only thing about the Hollow Knight. We skipped over this one because we went into the Riot games coming to Game Pass. Nobody's really going to play it because it's not double putty, please.
Oh, God.
Hello. This is for the fans.
Double putty fan service here for everybody who loves putty. There you go.
I just left the other one. I'll just stay on here.
No worries. Okay. So I kind of glossed over this one because this is, I think, the one you wanted to talk about, the High on Life from the creators of Rick and Morty.
Oh my God. See, the reason why I'm really excited about this is not just because it's made by Rick and Morty and the people that solar opposite. What makes me so excited about it is that it looks a lot and makes me think of one of the Abe's Odyssey game, Stranger's Wrath. It has that very same type of feel in my eyes, but in the frame of course, Rick and Morty and
because as soon as I heard the voice and heard Morty's voice, like right away, I knew where the creators were. It looks interesting. I'm not going to lie. I like the art style. It's very reminiscent of their last game. I don't know if anybody's played Trover Saves the Universe.
I want to play it so badly, but I haven't got to. So unfortunately,
it's very reminiscent of that. It was fun. It wasn't anything special, and I don't know. I mean, the humor will be there, and if the gameplay doesn't get you, I'm sure the storytelling will, because the guys that do Rick and Morty are fantastic storytellers.
Okay, well, it's not made by the people who do Rick and Morty. It's only made by Justin Roiland.
It's Justin Roiland only?
Well, yeah.
But he's also the one that made the other game. So, so in my opinion, do I need this game? Absolutely not.
No.
Does it look interesting? Yeah. You had me as soon as I heard JB Smoove. I didn't even care that the Morty voice was in it.
Yes,
when I heard JB Smoove, I was like, okay.
Please give me a bubble bath or dinner first.
I'm going to buy this game just based on the fact that I can use that gun for the whole game, probably. But,
just listen to JB Smoove.
I mean, it's not, it doesn't have me. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, this is the game I have to buy. Like, it seems like one of those games that it's going to have the aesthetic and the thing, like everything going for it. It's going to be funny, but it's going to be like a really short, easy game. Is how it comes off.
Yeah, I would say it looks like a 12 to 15 hour game kind of thing, and you're done.
It's going to be full price for sure.
Yeah, and I got Slime Rancher vibes from it too. I don't know if anybody's played Slime Rancher.
Yeah,
I haven't played it, but yeah,
I couldn't remember the name of the game.
Yeah, but then like I said, we did the Riot games. All Riot games are coming to Game Pass. I was talking to Campo. Nobody's really going to play Valorant or League of Legends on a console when they can play it on PC. I think we may have lost Putty again. He froze.
Or we're looking at something at the ceiling.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
What the heck? Is my data going to go crazy now too? What the
heck? Next one is the sequel to A Plague's Tale, Plague Tale Requiem.
So I didn't even know there was a first Plague Tale. So when I saw this trailer, I was like, why is there a Requiem on the end of it? It didn't make sense to me, but
yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't look bad, but I'm not interested in playing
I liked the first Plague's Tale. I don't know if anybody's played it.
I didn't even know there was one.
You didn't even know it existed. Yeah. So I didn't mind it. Like it was on Game Pass, so I gave it a try. I didn't finish it, but I definitely played it. It was all right. It's not something that warranted a sequel in my eyes, but a lot of people did enjoy it and did want a sequel to it. So they're getting it. Next is something that to me looked amazing, which is the Forza Motorsport, whether you want to call it a reboot, a rehash, a redo, redux.
Well, I put here Forza looks godlike. Oh my god.
See, here's my thing. There's a new Forza that's coming out that I've seen. I played the old Forzas. I even have like footage of way back to when I actually made my own car and everything. So visually, it was always fun. But I mean, Gran Turismo Forza, it's always been something that I can't jump into next thing. It's always just more graphics, and if you're into cars, that kind of thing. So
yeah, you really need to be into cars, and the way they're saying you can actually fine tune the cars in this game, like it's going to make all the difference. Like racing.
I think it's all these games are like a patience thing, which for you should be good because you play a lot of puzzle games, but. Yeah, I know it's a racing thing too, but like it gets really tedious. Like I play all of these games, and as soon as I start getting to the hour-long races, I'm done. I quit the game.
Yeah,
I just don't want to play it anymore.
That's something I don't know if anybody's played Horizon 5 recently, but that's something Horizon 5 suffered from was when you finish a certain area, they have like a Titan or a Juggernaut or Colossus type of race. And those races are like 40, 45 minutes. Like I don't want to spend one afternoon racing around the whole map for 1 hour.
Which is why I really liked when Gran Turismo 4 had the B spec where you could you take the lead and then let the computer drive for a bit. And then you could leave and come back and take back over again. Yeah. But it sucks because then once again, you have to leave the game on. You can't play something else. You have to leave the TV on with the game playing.
Unless you have quick resume on Xbox.
But I mean, if you put it in sleep mode, it's not going to play, right?
Very true.
But I mean,
I like
it.
It looks insane, though.
I very much dislike arcade racing games. I hate Forza Horizon. So every time I see a mainline Forza game, you got me.
Yeah.
I bought the last Xbox just to play that.
Which is funny you say that because I'm the opposite. Forza Horizon was the one that I like the way it looks. I'm not going to buy it, but if I do between the two, it would be Horizon for sure.
For me, it depends on the mood.
Yeah.
Like if I want to spend an afternoon fine tuning a car, get the little racing wheel out, the pedals with the shifter knob and all that. Like I go all out when I play. So.
See, like I said, the only thing I like about making the old Forza was I literally had my logo on the front of the car. That's literally the only thing I like is like making it look flashy. So
yeah,
I drive inside, so I can't even see anything on the outside of the car.
I drive in real life, so. Next is the they talked about all the Microsoft Flight Simulator add-ons, the helicopters, gliders.
Microsoft does flight simulators like nobody's friggin' business.
I will say this. I've never liked Flight Simulator, and I was sitting here watching this, and I go, let me just get through this. And then when I saw the Pelican, I was like, all right, you might have gotten me.
Have you ever seen how crazy they are, Putty? You can literally like go to your neighborhood and fly over it. Like it has like a realistic
literally
Google
flown
map.
over my house because I live not too far from the airport in Toronto. And like, I've literally like taken off from Pearson in the game. And as soon as I take off, it's like, hi, there's my house. I like do a flyby over it.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy that what you could do in those games.
Yeah,
and the graphics are amazing.
I think it's also I think it's the same engine that they're using in Turn 10, isn't it? Like it's that same photorealistic.
Yeah, it's mental.
Yeah. And they're adding the Halo, the jet from Halo Infinite.
Pelican, that's what I was talking about.
Pelican,
I was so excited. I was like, okay, you got my interest now to fly. Because I'm curious. I know with Flight Simulator, it's also one of those things where it's like crazy, try to be like close to like the real flying of things. So it's like, how do you map out a vehicle that doesn't exist? And that makes me more intrigued to find out what it would look like in the cockpit of a Pelican. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I'm definitely downloading that patch when I finally get around to it. Next was a big one, which was the Overwatch 2 reveal. Some new character classes. It's going to be free to play too, which was shocking.
Well, see, here's
the last one was free to play, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Not right away.
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess it maybe eventually did, but I literally bought it when it came out, like a month later when it came out. And it's because the hype was out there, and it's like I need to get it. And then what ended up happening was, and I even got it on sale at Black Friday, but the anniversary, whatever you call it, not the anniversary, but the original one. Anyway, so here's my thing. I actually signed up for the alpha for this, and I was excited about it. And I didn't get into the alpha though. But my concern was who was going to come back and who doesn't. And I literally was waiting to find out if Diva or some of these other characters are coming back. And when I saw Diva, I was like, oh, well, you got to think Soldier 76. I don't think is returning. There are a few people that are not coming back.
There is no way in hell that Diva and Tracer were not coming back.
Well, here's the reason why I say that. Diva
just for fan service alone.
Well, no, I get it. But Diva originally, if you remember, in the first Overwatch, Diva was not one of the original core.
But she's the most popular character. She's the face of the entire franchise.
Yeah. Well, I thought Tracer was. I always thought Tracer.
It was Tracer. It was Tracer until they brought Diva along. So
those are the only two characters I've ever used.
And see, the thing is, I'm mad that they nerfed Diva later in the middle.
No, I'm okay with it because
really?
It was ridiculous. Like, even if you were a Diva, having to fight another Diva was a huge
that's true.
Yeah, it was. She was OP as hell,
and she wasn't even the worst. In the beginning, the stupid pig guy that has that the throwing thing was ridiculous. Like, you die every single time.
Yep, Roadhog was the OP as well,
I'm going to be honest with you. I saw it, and I was like, yeah, whatever. They didn't really do anything to the game. They're just re-releasing the same game with updated graphics.
And new maps.
Exactly.
So it didn't... I wasn't like, holy crap, Overwatch 2. It was like, you just making me pay for the same game, but at least it's free.
Essential.
It's going to be free. So
it's essentially doing exactly what Fortnite and all them are doing. Basically, it's like, here it's free to play, but now instead of like earning loot boxes, you probably literally have to either buy the loot boxes or you literally have to buy.
Which I'm okay with because I don't want the skins.
Yeah, well, people go crazy. I remember when Overwatch first came out, they were going crazy for some the holiday skins and stuff like that.
The first Halloween skins pack, people were going mental.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm the same way, but the thing I didn't like about the loot boxes is I was saving up the coins in the loot boxes, but there's literally every single thing except for two characters that I just want the outfits for, and Diva was the main one. Like I had to sit there and grind loot boxes just to get one outfit for her or have enough coins, and
at that point you stop enjoying the game.
Yeah,
it becomes a chore instead of
exactly. And so here's the thing. I like all the outfits she has. I got every single one of them. If they move over, that's awesome. But here's my thing. If it's one of those things where I have to buy the outfits, I'll just buy her outfits and be completely fine. I don't need the other characters' outfits. You know what I mean? So if that's their target, give me the game for free and let me decide which outfits I want for my characters. Then you just made this game perfect for me. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. That's where they'll make their money.
Exactly.
Next, we have, I kind of got Civilization vibes from it. A game called Era History Untold. It's Civilization.
Flipping got me. This game looks dope.
Yeah. It looks like a much better Civilization.
This is exactly the kind of game that I play. Like, if you ever tried to define me by gaming, it's this, RPGs, and MMOs. Like, anything that involves me building.
With some RTS in it.
Yeah.
See, that's the opposite for me. I don't like real life games. I don't like anything based on real life events. It's boring to me. And
but so it's not that as much as you think. It's the basis of like you're creating a civilization. And
no, I get that. I get that. But it's just the thing is like, for example, when I'm playing stuff like, let's use SimCity, even though I know this not comparing the same thing, but using SimCity's example, SimCity has way more like UFOs, crazy stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I was literally just about to make the opposite comparison you did of saying that if you play SimCity, you would like this game.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, the thing is, I like stuff that does the crazy stuff. I don't really want something that, even though you have like the stuff like SimCity, if it becomes something realistic, I'm just not interested.
Unless they're holding that for when you actually play the game, right? That's okay.
But SimCity is pretty realistic. We don't need your face moving anyways.
Next we have Elder Scrolls High Isle.
Putty, if it works better for you, just turn off the video and just stay with the audio.
I don't know if I could just do the video and audio. It literally just thought I still have my computer. All right, let me try to join from the computer again. Maybe it's good now.
Oh, technical difficulties. We're skipping you on this one. What's the next game?
Elder Scrolls Fallout 76 returning to the pit.
No. Wait. Oh, wait. Okay, you're good. Sorry. I heard something else there. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. We were talking about the Elder Scrolls. I don't play the Elder Scrolls online. Yeah, it's nice that they're going to a new location that they've never been to before, but hey. Give me original.
And Fallout 76. I really hope nobody still cares about this game at this point.
76. Yeah, I would say 76. I don't know if anybody cared for it. I actually, for the longest time, loved Elder Scrolls Online and then got bored with it. So I don't know if I want to go back to this for something that I'm gonna have to pay for. But the game I actually really did love. But Fallout 76, yeah,
Yeah. It's a last ditch effort. Which I'm surprised they didn't announce the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remake. So I'm guessing it's not coming out within the next year. Next, we had a Forza Horizon 5 DLC, the Hot Wheels expansion.
Oh, is that what?
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to drive around in like those classic Hot Wheels cars. It looks like fun. Next, we had Ark, Vin Diesel on a dinosaur there.
Yeah, that's okay for me.
Then we had Scorn, like this body horror like R.H. Geiger type of like Lovecraftian weird ass shooter.
I love it.
It's a little bit of Doom meets like I don't know what it was, but it looked cool. Like I mean, it had my attention.
I love it.
But to me, it's just it still feels like just another first person shooter.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, visually it looks stunning. I know it's probably a boring game, but visually I was like, this is freaking weird, and I love it. And that's basically what I wrote down for it.
Then I had something that kind of caught my attention was Flintlock. That didn't look too bad either. That seems like it seems like a good art adventure type open world game. The characters look kind of cool. You had me at that little kitty thingy, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like so
Fox, whatever it might be.
Yeah. Then it was Minecraft Legends.
I'm excited for this.
I see. I don't play Minecraft, so for me, it's not a thing either.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I want to see lore. I want to see more lore with the Minecraft. So yeah.
Yeah. Then it was Lightyear Frontier. That didn't really catch. Gunfire Reborn looked like a little bunch of animal puppets in a shooter. This one had me a little interested.
Actually, you know what? No.
The next one kind of had me interested. The Last Case of Benedict Fox. This
looks pretty cool.
It looks like type of like Ori meets like Hollow Knight kind of thing.
It had me. It's a indie game, and it looks cool as shit.
Yeah, and so this one kind of had me. Next was like it's the Telltale style, like branching storyline of As Dusk Falls.
Yes, which I like the idea of the game, but I don't understand where they're gonna go with it.
I don't like and the art style, the way it's like framed panels
it's like
as
a comic.
Yeah.
Well, see, I thought it was visually interesting. My thing is they didn't really focus on it, and they said up to 6 players. I'm like, okay, but show us how that works, because I don't understand how that's going to work. And if it works really nicely, like where you're all watching different stories, but you're actually like in different areas of the game, but you're all influence the story, then yeah, that might be kind of interesting. Because then what happens is, for example, let's say that me and you, John, record it, and we both post it. We both be part of that story, but happening is
you're experiencing 2 different things.
Exactly, and we're both influencing it, which would be something that would be visually entertaining to do with your friends and to
and groundbreaking, because that's something like that's never been done before.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's where they're going with it, but I need to see it in action. You know what I mean?
The next game is the one that caught my attention, which is Pentiment. It was like that medieval book.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So we skipped Naraka, I think. Which
I
just wrote no.
Sorry. Yeah.
So, anyways, Pentiment, it's by Obsidian, number 1.
Yeah. So the story is going to be good.
I just wrote here. Okay. And it looks cool. It looks cool.
It looks like you're reading like one of those medieval scripts or something, and it's like I really like the art style. Like
I'm probably going to buy this game.
Yeah, it's funny when you guys say that too, because literally I wrote notes about the last game that you guys had skipped, saying how much I love the idea of a samurai fighting a game. I knew that was already existed.
You like the idea of some really, really bad graphics, like floating around.
There's another one later on in the show that had me more than that one.
But I like the multiplayer battle royale that is. That's why I want out of it.
Okay.
But Pentiment, I was like, this looks boring. I actually no interest in it.
I found it really interesting. It had my attention. Next, finally, I thought it was released already, but it's the full release of the game Grounded. Again, Obsidian.
So, I mean, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets Fortnite, and I don't care. I'll give it a try. It seems like it might be fun, but like, my care factor is super low.
Yeah, I've been kind of playing it on and off, like in the pre-release, I guess, because it's been out for a year, the pre-release.
So
And
basically Fortnite.
It's kind of like Vin Diesel on a dinosaur. The Ark there. Ark has been in pre-release for like 3-4 years, and they keep improving on it, but they keep adding stuff. I don't know if they're improving on it. I've never played Ark, but it's the same thing with Grounded. They've been adding stuff, and now there's actually finally a story to it, and they're actually going to expand on it. So should be interesting. Then it was Ereban.
Okay, so here's my thing. This game looks visually stunning.
Yeah,
But I don't know how you play it. Like, what's I don't understand. I don't know.
It looks cool. I don't know what like Putty said.
I don't know what it's about.
I'm supposed to do.
Like, give me some context to the game. Like,
but a lot of the trailers were like that here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're pulling at straws with a lot of these trailers.
Literally, the next thing I wrote was Diablo fucking 4.
This is the one where I said John is freaking out, seeing this for sure.
No, I wasn't, because I've already seen gameplay. It's
they announced a new character and a new class, and
I'm just happy that they're going the traditional route of characters, because I did not like the characters in Diablo 3.
Yeah, there was like the Witch Doctor, and there was the Revenant,
and it's like, why not just call them what they were? They bring back the Druid, bring back the Necro, bring back the Sorceress, the Barbarian. I don't need you to have like a Crusader. Like, what do you fucking do? It's a Paladin.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
So he's changed the name. Great.
Well, because I knew it would be a conversation too. As I was watching it, I did write these two lines. I said that Blood Flood that character did move looks badass, and the customization on this looks amazing. Yeah. Like I personally just want to play the game now just to customize my own character.
Yeah, all the Diablo games are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but weren't the old ones they weren't that expansive because it was old. You know what I mean? Like now
Diablo 2 is quite detailed.
It is. It was quite
jump back
deep
into it.
Especially the re-release.
It's totally worth it. I'm scared to turn it back on again because I can never stop playing once
you'll fall back into that.
I played with Diablo 2 when it first came out, and then I never got into Diablo 3. I liked the gameplay, but the problem is the top-down games I kind of got bored with because it was something I did all the time with Golden Axe and everything. Not Golden Axe, but Gauntlet and everything. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like one of those things where I was so used to getting the third person, the first person, that I never jumped back into Diablo. So. Nothing bad about it, just
sounds like bad things.
Yeah. Next
cup of teas.
I didn't even know they were up that far already. Is season 7 of Sea of Thieves, but they didn't tell me anything about it.
But that trailer is funny as hell.
I hear this game is great. I've never played it.
I've never played it either. I don't know. I just can't. It's something about the art style I can't get into.
It has that Roblox vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too cartoony for me. Next looks like a fun platformer, which was Ravenlock.
Oh yeah, this looks super interesting. You had me.
Yeah. This one looked really, really cool. Next was Cocoon.
This is the puttiest game I saw in this whole thing, and he's saying no. This is exactly like those indie puzzle solving games that you always talk about.
I get it. But the thing is I don't know. The way the whole thing where you go through the bubble to the locations, I guess maybe it just didn't go in depth about it as I thought it would. Like if I go back and I see more, I might be interested. But it was one of those things where, and I think another reason why it didn't catch my interest is at this point the video show was too long. Like it wasn't until 2 videos later that I actually jumped back up excited because of who I saw.
Well, thank God I watched the abridged version.
Yeah, right? I watched the full long version.
My note for this is Cocoon, good puzzle solver. Putty will love this, and
it's
Putty
very much like
it
was kind of like reminds me of like those Abzu or Journey or Flower.
Yeah, I like Journey.
Yes, yeah. Journey was one of those games I loved. I guess maybe also the art style didn't fit what I thought. Again, it's something I might go back to. I was tired at that point. I'll be honest.
Well, next is you were talking about the earlier one. This is the one that had my interest about the feudal Japan game, which is Wolong.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is not the reason I like the other one was because of the battle royale element. This is more of a solo game. The problem I have with this game, I understand it's the creators Team Ninja that made Ninja Gaiden, but visually it's stunning, but there's really no gameplay. So I'm like, what are we going to get out of it? Is it going to be a Ninja Gaiden type fighting game? Like that's amazing. I would like that, but I have no context to how it's going to play.
Fair enough. It did pique my interest though. Next is something that got me really, really excited. And here's another 400 hours of my life being sunk back into my Xbox, which is, you're like, no. Yes, it's Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royale all coming to Game Pass.
7,000 years of your life, because these games do not end. I have like 50 hours in Persona 5 Royale, and I have not made it anywhere in the game.
I have 210, and I'm still nowhere near the end.
Yeah, see, like
there's too much to do.
I want to play it so bad, but it's like it just doesn't go anywhere ever. So I'm like, ugh.
It's the mundane day-to-day activities.
Go home and sleep. I don't want to go all the way home. Like,
I want to explore the school till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about these games coming to Game Pass and coming to the Xbox. People who have not experienced the Persona game, definitely do yourselves a favor. Go check them out. If you're a fan of like any like the Shin Megami type games or anything like that,
prepare to quit your job.
Yeah, you're going to dedicate a lot of time, because once it sucks you in, that's it. Game over. Literally. So that had me excited. And then something that shocked everybody. We knew it was coming, but something that shocked everybody. Hideo Kojima making a game for the Xbox.
Well, it's already been revealed. Okay, so there was leakers out there, and I literally made a video of this because I got so excited. Apparently, there was a leaker that leaked out some images of a game called Overdose. It's a horror game that Kojima is making, and as soon as he released it, they literally took it off the internet. Like they forced the people to take it off, which means it gives us that idea. Oh my God, this could be his next game. And then, of course, big PT Silent Hill fans started breaking it down. In the actual title for Overdose, you see the same 3 dot emblems you see in the corner of PT. I know I can't see John's face because it's only showing your face, but I'm sure he's over there like, oh God, we're making some stupid face that I can't see.
Yep.
But my point is a lot of the PT fans are going crazy. And of course, you know me, I went crazy as well. And so if it is his lineage to PT, then I'm all aboard, I'm excited. But it's a survival horror. As long as it's better than Death Stranding and he doesn't go the way of like science fiction and feels more.
Wait, hold on. What game are we talking about?
Apparently, like Hideo Kojima just in the actual showcase itself, he just announced that he's working on something for the Xbox.
I did not see this.
You didn't see Hideo Kojima?
I saw Starfield.
No, there was a whole thing with Hideo Kojima saying, I'm happy to be part of the Xbox family.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Death Stranding sucked.
Yeah, but apparently, but what Putty's saying is that people, because, everything on the internet is true.
Oh, no, I'm
not saying. No, but this is I'm going to say this because I already know where you're going with this now that I missed this whole thing. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I heard him talk and I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. Your last game sucked. But they don't own the rights anymore to Silent Hill, which is why they had to take PT down. It wasn't
Metal Gear.
It wasn't because he didn't fully get to make the game. They were just like, no, your rights are done. You can't release the game.
Right.
But you can still take the concept of the game.
Exactly. That's what they're talking about.
I just want to make sure Putty doesn't think it's going to be Silent Hill.
No. I'm not saying this. What I'm saying is he's leaving clues, and it based on like the leaks and everything that happened that he shut down. It's showing clues to stuff that would link to PT. So it's kind of like how sometimes you left clues with a PT. Silent Hill was trying to do all that as well.
It's a spiritual successor, but it's not the game.
Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah. And he's leaving clues, but we don't know what it's going to be about. I'm just stating myself, if he sticks with the horror genre and doesn't go the sci-fi horror genre, then I think he could do good, because he was doing good for that until he decided to add so much sci-fi to Death Stranding, which I don't know why he decided that. It had anything close to what he was making before. So, but yeah,
the only good thing about it was Mads Mikkelsen.
It was a walking simulator.
Yes.
It was a FedEx delivery.
It was a FedEx delivery guy.
But a very good walking simulator, might I add. Okay, come on now.
It's an acquired taste. Let's leave it.
Wow, I do it every day, and I'll always love it.
Then it was the last reveal of the show, which I think they saved the best for last, which was Starfield.
So mad. And the reason I'm mad is because I have to buy an Xbox now.
Okay, so
I want to play this game.
I'll get my thing out of the way because I'm not going to say anything negative really about this game, but to me, in terms of the way the gameplay looked, it's just Destiny. So let me finish. And then the way that they've already been posting pictures all over the internet of like spot on similarities to No Man's Sky.
Mhm.
So what people are saying is they've taken the gameplay engine of Destiny with the maps from No Man's Sky and just reskinned it as Death Stranding with more sci-fi elements to it.
I would say more Fallout.
Okay, more Fallout, that's fair. But like a lot of the criticism that I've seen is that they just literally like took what No Man's Sky did and reskinned it and then added the gameplay of Destiny to it.
I see. The thing is, it's also a ZeniMax game, so that means there's going to be some story at least to it. It's written by the guys who are writing Starfield are the same guys who wrote The Outer Worlds from Obsidian.
But if it's so massive, I could see why maybe the story might get lost in the shuffle.
But
And
I think they're comparing it to No Man's Sky due to the exploration. But there's going to be more to interact with. There's going to be more to do.
It's supposed to be really deep, but at this point, I'm intrigued by it. I'd like to see where it's going to go, but it's a game that can either be Game of the Year or a complete disaster. It has the element to go both ways. Games that are this super massive hole, can easily be like fall victim to glitch factors and like all of these type of things.
But
right?
that's why I think that's why too. This is the first, like, they're postponing the game. I think they just actually want to get the game right. So they're going to not release the game until they have it where they want it to be. And
that's good because I don't want to buy another half-made game.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much the show. What were some of the takeaways that you guys had from that?
I'm very surprised by it. And I think generally from top to bottom, the output of graphics is fantastic. And it's something that even in the PlayStation showcase, we didn't see, where every game just had this like really quality graphics going on. I think Xbox is
all
trying
these
to push
look
the limit.
next gen. Yeah,
they're really trying to push the limit of what the systems can do, and good.
I think what they're doing is they're actually developing for the X, the Series X, Series S. Yeah, whereas I think PlayStation is still, can we bring it to the PS4 still kind of thing? You know what I mean? Because we don't have enough PS5s out in the wild that we still got to develop for PS4.
They did have that issue. So did Xbox. Xbox Ones were was really hard to get.
But like they said, and literally there was a video talking about it and everything, and it's true. Microsoft had the money to literally just buy a warehouse and say, we need to manufacture these. You know what I mean? So I
said Xbox One. Xbox Series X was really hard to get for the longest.
Yeah. But now it's easier to get. Like I was able to get one.
Yeah.
It's because they did.
A lot of people bought S's.
Yeah.
And then when they were able to get an X, they traded it in because I have not met one person yet that has said that they liked the S.
I mean, the S, if you're only going to play digital, then yeah, it's fine. But with 0.5 terabyte of storage, you fit maybe 2-3 games on it at the most. So basically, it's a one-game console. It's a Game Pass console is what it is.
And it has 1/3 of the power.
Yeah.
So
they say the Xbox One X is actually still more powerful than the S.
Really?
Like in terms of like graphical capabilities. Because the One X can output 4K, whereas the S, I think, maxes out at 1440.
Yeah.
But with the Series S, it has the SSD, so it loads faster. But basically, essentially, is what the S is. It's a Game Pass console. You download a couple games, you play them, wipe them off the system, play a couple more. Like, I think the S is garnered more towards the casual gamer, where the X is like the hardcore.
But even me, as not a hardcore gamer, I want the maximum power I'm going to get out of a system. Like, I don't want to buy a system that's going to be irrelevant next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or that when the really powerful games come out and they're going to be like, well, we can't play it on this because this doesn't have the power to play that.
Yeah. I think that's where the PlayStation actually thrived a little bit because both the digital and the disc version both run the same.
Yep.
And debating in the long run, I'm happier with my Series X and maybe down the road get a digital edition of the PlayStation 5, because with the PlayStation 5, there's going to be a handful of games that are going to be exclusive that are going to want to play. God of War, Ragnarok, stuff like that.
That's gonna mean like the Xbox X or the Series X is looking for me. I'm gonna have to get it just for the exclusives I want now.
But isn't God of War going to be on PC?
Not yet. It's not going to come out just yet. It's going to be a PS5 exclusive for at least a year or so. Have you guys watched the PSN State of Play a couple weeks ago or no?
I did not watch the State of Play.
Those main games that you talked about.
Basically, they announced the Resident Evil 4 full remake.
Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, it doesn't look that good. I'm not like disappointed by it, but I was expecting when the quality of Resident Evil, what was it, 2 and 3? 2.
Yeah, exactly.
I was expecting this to be like even more upgraded, and it's not. It's kind of like less.
Because I think it was developed at the same time, right? Mm-hmm. I actually enjoyed 2 more than 3. Right, the remake at least. And if you ask Caps, Resident Evil 2 is still the best game. Right?
To me, 2 and 4 were the best games, anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing Resident Evil Village in VR. They're doing No Man's Sky in VR. They're doing a Horizon Zero Dawn or a Horizon prequel, I think it's called Call of the Mountain, in VR. They're really pushing the VR 2.
And they're not really selling units, which is what's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Oh, because isn't a new VR coming out? There's a new VR coming out, and I think that's
PlayStation the VR 2.
Yeah,
and I think that's what they're trying to push.
Yeah.
They announced Spider-Man's coming to PC.
Yeah, the original one. Yep. Yeah, I've already got it. I've got the remaster.
No, it's going to be all of it. It's going to be that and the Miles
Morales.
Yeah, it's both.
Oh, no, but that's what I have to say, I don't really need it because the thing is, I have the remastered version because I got it with my Miles Morales when I bought the Miles Morales for PS5.
Well, so I played the original Spider-Man, but this one's going to come with all the DLC.
This is for PC, Putty, not for PlayStation 5.
No, I get it.
I'll probably go back and revisit it just to play the DLC again because I never got to play the DLC. I heard the Silver Sable one's really, really good.
Yes, it's really good. You're going to love it.
Then it's a game called Stray. Kitty Cyberpunk is what I call it.
I want that game so bad.
I want to play this. Yeah, I want to play it so badly.
You had me at Kitties. Callisto Protocol, it's been hyped up. I still know nothing about this game.
Yeah, it's a very gory game, and this was actually on the Summer Game Pass, which I'm hoping we might tread some lightly on that one too as well. But yeah, it looks very gory. It looks like it might be a fun ride. It's one of those things, though, I'm afraid that the visuals are going to be way more than the actual fun. Does that make sense?
I don't know. We'll see. Next one had my interest, which was Roller Drome.
I didn't even see this.
This looks like Blitz TV meets Jet Set Radio.
Oh wow!
I've never seen this one.
It has like that Jet Set Radio type of shading to it with the cell shading.
Really?
Oh wait, actually, I did see this. But remember that made by Jet Set Radio people?
I think it is. But it looks like you guys remember that Blitz TV type game?
Yeah.
On Nintendo. Yeah. So it looks like it's basically dodgeball on rollerblades. And it looks kind of fun. Like it looks like, has that like aesthetic, like Running Man type of vibes to it too. So this one looked really cool. I thought this was an Atlas game, but it wasn't. Termites. It looks like a Shin Megami Tensei game. They announced Street Fighter 6.
Yes, you know me. I'm all and I know Summer Game Pass showed the actual gameplay of Guile. Oh man, I can't wait.
I don't like that music. The one thing I don't like is
Ryu has a sick beard.
They took a lot of liberties with the character art. It's very untraditional in comparison to how all the other games have progressed, and I find that a bit odd that they did that. But
and is it this more story-driven RPG type of game instead of a classic?
I would love it if you had a single player where you could do that. I doubt that it is, but
kind of like what they did with Mortal Kombat. I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
And then Season Letters of the Future. I don't know how that game didn't really. And then they announced Final Fantasy 16.
I missed that. Crap.
Hey, I E3 in 2009. They announced Final Fantasy 15, and then I pre-ordered it, and then I never got my game, but Amazon charged me for my game, and then they gave me my money back, and then it went up for pre-order again for the next generation of consoles. So I put my pre-order in again, and I didn't get the game again, and so I've never played Final Fantasy 15, so I don't know if I'm going to be so quick to jump to 16.
Yeah, I think 16. I think it's going back to the medieval style, like
then I'm going to play 16.
They're really focusing on the summons, like Ifrit's like a big, yeah, Ifrit's a big, because that's one thing that Final Fantasy lacked was the summons. Like,
well, that's what made me go away from it. I'll be honest. Sorry, I mean, interrupt you. That's true.
Yeah. So I think they're going into that. Yeah, and that was it for the state of play. Nothing really big, but it wasn't as bad as the last state of play, the one we reviewed a few months back in March. This one was a little bit better. They had more reveals. Still nothing on God of War, even though it's supposed to be coming out in November. Show me something, something, please, something.
It's
just
kind of worrying when they do stuff like that, because then you're going to get there and they're going to delay the game.
Yeah, it's like they're showing like Horizon Forbidden West just came out, and you're showing me a VR prequel to it. It could have been developed at the same time. I don't know, but like you've been developing Ragnarok now for 4 years.
I think because God of War is really good either way when it comes to the games. You've never really been let down by too much God of War games. I mean, maybe some portable, anyway, not really that badly. I think what they're doing, and this is just in my opinion, that they're basically just waiting for a big reveal and then saying, oh, by the way, pre-order now, it's coming out next month. Like they're trying to drop that big hammer to make fans just freak out, because once they see it, they're gonna be like, oh, I can't wait, when can I play it? And when they drop, oh yeah, it's next month, it's literally gonna make everyone just go on the bandwagon and spend the money. And I think that's what Sony's doing, and I think they're playing that field.
Oh, okay. Next, we'll touch on some of the stuff from the Summer Game Fest as well. Once again, Street Fighter 6, they showed more gameplay of that. Cross-platform too, so we can all play. Alien Dark Descent looks interesting.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I sent you that picture of it.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
It looks really cool. Once again, the Callisto Protocol, the Modern Warfare 2 reveal.
I mean, again, I'm probably gonna end up getting it or playing it, or a friend of mine's probably gonna share it with me. But it's just I play for the multiplayer. The story I'm not playing in a long time, so it's kind of not gonna draw me.
I've never really been a Call of Duty fan, so for me, it's not like the last Call of Duty I played was the original Modern Warfare 2 on the PS3.
Yeah,
that's how long ago.
The only Call of Duty I ever played was World War I or World War II, whatever it was, and
World War II. Yeah,
it was okay.
Yeah.
Flashback 2. I didn't even know there was a Flashback 1. It said a classic returns. Witchfire. Doom.
A classic for who?
I don't know.
Australia or something?
Witchfire. This looks kind of cool.
I didn't see that.
Fort Solis. It was like I thought it was the Dead Space remake at first, but that looks kind of has that vibe to it. The Outriders DLC World Slayer. Finally, the end game is available to the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
finally,
right? I don't know who's still playing Outriders right now. I played it like when it first came out. I played it for a good month and a half solid, and then I kind of put it down and had no interest in going back to it. Routine. It looks like a Fatal Frame kind of thing. It had like that robotic at the bottom of that was the one with the trailer with the robot thing at the bottom of the escalator.
Okay, yeah.
There was it Stormgate, another.
Yeah, I don't know about
first person. High Water, some guys on a boat.
Yeah,
indie type of American Arcadia, which was another that type of indie game. Goat Simulator 3.
Yeah,
I'm so excited about that. I'm not gonna lie, I love Goat Simulator, so I kind of want to play it.
If you haven't played Goat Simulator, Campo, go play. At least
play
try
Goat Simulator. Goat Simulator's dope.
It's just like ridiculous. So
I can't wait.
Then I think this is the one Putty wants to talk about. They had a lot of for Midnight Suns.
Yes, you knew exactly that's the one I wanted to get to. Exactly.
Yeah. They had they revealed Venom and the Hulk. That Hulk looks insane.
And I got to point this out. During this whole thing, we have I forgot the name now, that Metallica song playing. And
Master
I was like,
Puppets.
oh, yes, Master Puppets was playing. I'm like, oh man, it pumped me up. I hope the gameplay lives up to the visual hype of what this game is doing. Like, oh, I'm so
as soon as I first heard those first few chords, you're dun 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 dun. Yeah, it had me hooked. What else? Then Midnight Suns. I hope this game lives up to the hype.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen any gameplay though, so that worries me. and it's coming out in October. So I'm a little worried about that, though. The Cuphead DLC, it's called Delicious Last Course DLC. Get it?
Yes.
Haha.
I love this. Okay, here's my thing. I was late to Cuphead. I finally got it from a PS5 and everything. And even though it is a very difficult game, it's one of those games that no matter what, I try so hard to get to each level, and I'm still grinding on it. But it's like it's because of that when I earn like enough to buy something, or I earn some reward from playing a level, like it's so like I haven't beat the main game, but now I still want the DLC. Like I love Cuphead,
but it's basically Cuphead. If you can learn patterns and get you got to get good at that game.
Yeah,
that's the only.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah. Next was it Noon White or something like that? And then there was like Midnight Fight, a game called Star Rail by the guys who did Genshin Impact.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I didn't know that's what that was called.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. Honky. It says Honky Star Rail.
Yeah. Then it was. Then they revealed Casey Jones on the TMNT Shredder's Revenge game. They announced more stuff. They announced that it's coming to Game Pass. Day one.
We'll be there with you.
The soundtrack for the game is from Wu-Tang. So
and Faith No More frontman Mike Patton is the guy who sings the Ninja Turtles theme on the.
This is gonna be dope.
Yeah, did you guys pre-order the vinyl? I pre-ordered that vinyl as soon as you sent that.
But I want to. I
wouldn't buy the vinyl. I'll just download the music.
Well, no, I'm going to buy the vinyl because I'm a vinyl collector.
Yeah, but I don't even know what am I going to play a vinyl on.
No, but I'm just going to collect it.
Stop yelling at me.
Sorry, but the soundtrack is going to be available on Spotify day one. They said.
I was worried that this game was just going to be like all the other re-releases for Ninja Turtle games that we've got since Xbox 360, where it was just going to be a cut and paste of Turtles in Time. Put into another game, and now that I'm seeing all of these things, which it's like you're already getting close to release, and you're finally starting to tell us things now, and it's like, okay, I'm actually on board now. I wasn't for a long time, but you have me now.
Like you got seven playable characters. You have the 4 turtles, Splinter, Casey Jones, and April O'Neil are all playable characters.
Can I say the April O'Neil?
Where's Vernon? Yeah, where's Vernon and Irma? I need those, maybe DLC for later. And it's 6-player co-op, cross-platform.
Yes.
So, like, can you imagine that 6-player co-op cross-platform? That's going to be insane.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be great, though.
So, and Putty, you were saying day one, you might do a stream on it. I'm going to join you in playing that day one.
Okay, no, if I'm not playing that as well, then you guys are not allowed to play that.
You can join in. You can join in. I'm sure it's not going to be a full. It might be what, 40, 50 bucks.
We're going to beat the whole game in one day.
Yeah, it's like it's. I know for the States here is like $20, $25. So if I had to do that, but I was like, I looked online. I saw, I got $1 Game Pass for 1 month. Let's go.
And you don't need a hardcore PC to play it. You can.
No. That's why it's gonna be so amazing. I can literally stream it and play with you guys. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
What else did they? Then they Super People. I don't know. I can't remember what that one was about. Then they showed Humankind, which is like similar to that Civilization type game. Looks interesting. I know that had Campo's attention again. That art style looked really, really nice. Civilization Simulator. Those are always fun. One Piece Odyssey. I think it's a retelling of the first few seasons of One Piece. If you guys don't watch the anime, then it makes no difference to you. But
no, because I don't have an entire extra life that I can use to finish it. But
what is it, like 2,000 episodes now?
I don't know, but it's ridiculous, and it takes like 110 episodes before the show even starts getting what people consider the good part. So it's like, imagine suffering through 100 episodes plus before it even gets good. But I mean, the game doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it looks like you're playing an anime. So,
and I guess if you wanted to get into it, that would be the easy way to get through the first like huge chunk of watching the show.
If it is what like they say it is. So it looks interesting. It's something. It looks something interesting. I can't see. Sorry, go ahead, Putty.
Well, I was just to say that's the one thing I'm noticing a lot. That's a lot better about games now, is because of the graphic capabilities of games. You literally can look just like the anime nowadays. A lot of animated games are turning out to be like that. You know what I mean?
See, now
So,
my question is, where is my One Punch Man game, and where is my Sailor Moon game?
Well,
right?
okay, listen. Sailor Moon needs to do an RPG. Yeah, and even if you do it in the way the new Final Fantasy VII remake was, I'll take it. But that's what they need to do. Even Dragon Ball needs to do that. But
I agree.
One Punch Man needs a game, like a walkthrough open world game. And they're making a movie, by the way.
Yeah, I saw you post that.
Cringe. Yeah. Like live action?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing can be as bad as Dragon Ball Evolution.
Well, that's my point, though. I've never watched One Punch Man, but from that point on, like I say, the thing is, I've seen Guyver I remember Guyver back in the 90s when it came out. You know what I mean? Like, you could see how bad it can go. But even when Dragon Ball Evolution looks worse than Guyver, a movie from the 90s that looked horrible with Mark Hamill, you're doing a bad job. So, animes. I mean, you got to think. Look at also like Last Airbender. Like every single time they make an anime, something bad goes. So, I just leave it alone. I feel like that's one genre you need to leave alone when it comes to live action.
The next one, Metal Hellslinger, it looked like another Doom type, with the popularity, I guess, of Doom and Doom Eternal. All the Doom clones are starting to come out again. But this one looks pretty cool. I kind of like the aesthetics of this one, and give me heavy metal music any day of the week, and you got me. Next is a game that I've been wanting to try, is The Quarry. I'm really interested in this game.
I really want to play it, but like I've heard mixed things about it now, but I'm trying to avoid anyone telling me anything.
Yeah. They say if you've played was it Until Dawn?
Yeah.
It's
really? I missed
like
that then. I liked Until Dawn. I loved Until Dawn.
It's a story-based horror game.
Yeah. It's better than was it the Dark Pictures anthology, like Man of Medan and all that. It's a little bit better than that, but it's, I think, the same studio, published by 2K this time, so they got the weight behind it.
But see, the thing is what makes Until Dawn a little bit different. I didn't see. Unfortunately, I must have missed this one. But what makes it different is more of the control scheme. Because the thing is understand it. Until Dawn's a good game, but when you play with the control and have it to where it's connected to where if you move your controller just a little bit, they'll hear you. That adds tension to the game and makes it fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you take that element out of Until Dawn or any games like that, if you're just used to horror games, it's not as scary. Like having to hold your control still while you're like seeing a guy around the corner, you want to look. It makes it for.
Well, it's like if you play like Alien Isolation and you have your mic on, and you start breathing heavily into the mic, the xenomorph's going to find you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nightingale. Saints Row Boss Factory. This is basically you create your character now for the game that's coming out in August. I downloaded it. I created my character. I'm looking forward.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing.
I'll have to try myself.
I'll wait till the game comes out.
No, honestly, download the what's called this Boss Factory, and go to some of the community creations. Are sick. They've created The Undertaker. They've created The Rock. They've created Ronald McDonald. They've created just to see some of the community creations. It's on Epic.
On the console or just on Epic? Okay.
Yeah.
Because the problem is like if it's using graphic, if I have to use a graphic thing, it might not look as good on mine, or it might load. Like if it was on the console.
But even if you just download it just to look at it, it's hilarious. Some of the community creations, they've gone all out. Like it looks insane. A Warhammer game.
Yep, 4,000 Dark Tide. Yeah,
Dark Tide. Now they announced Layers of Fear. Now, is this a remake of Layers of Fear, or is this a new Layers of Fear game? They didn't specify that.
I didn't see that.
I really enjoyed Layers of Fear, at least the first one, a lot. That was a really, really good game. It's like very, very reminiscent of like those Amnesia, the Dark Descent and stuff like that. Like it really reminded me of that, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to Layers of Fear. Gotham Knights, another trailer.
Yes. Can't wait.
I don't know. I'm a little. This is the game I'm skeptical on. I'm skeptical on Gotham Knights.
Well, see, like you said,
50-50.
Yeah, here's my thing. Like you said yourself, if I ever get an Xbox that has Game Pass, that's going to make it exciting for me to be able to get it there.
Yeah,
I want to go back to another Arkham type game, and that's going to be that thing. But it's like it's more of like, has the story going to draw me in? So we'll see.
Yeah. And then the last reveal of the Summer Game Fest was the 15th remake of The Last of Us.
Which nobody needs.
Well,
Nobody's asking for it. Nobody wants.
Here's the thing. I still haven't played it, and I know people are like, "You need to play it." I know I need to play it. It's not something I'm not aware of. It's just time. You know what I mean? And the thing is, now I got people saying, "Well, you review almost every video game show, so you're going to do the Netflix series, or yeah, I think it's Netflix series." And I'm
Paramount.
like,
"Is it Paramount or Amazon?"
Paramount. It might be. I can't remember. It's one of those. It might be. I can't remember. No, it's not Netflix. But yeah, you're right. It's one of the other ones. My point to the thing is I am not going to be able to review it, and I'm kind of now not wanting to play the game, and here's the reason why. After seeing the train wreck that was Halo, when it comes to comparing
that was a terrible TV series.
Yes, it was so terrible, and it's funny. I watched the last episode. I don't know if you watched the whole series.
Yeah, I did. I slugged through it.
That last episode, I was like, "My God, this is actually really cool." But where the fuck was this whole time?
The other 7 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. I literally said 3 episodes out of all 9 were okay and decent for me to like it. Like I like those episodes because they felt like Halo. But then, like, dude, the rest of it felt like I was watching a totally different TV show. And so my thing is this: The Last of Us series, now that I've not played the game, I'm kind of like, you know what? I am going to go watch it. I'm not going to review it. I may review it after I watch it if I like it. Yeah. But I want to see this through the eyes of not playing the game now and see how it is to talk about it. Because I know, like, John's brother, I know Nikki's played it and everything, and I know you played it. So imagine me having a conversation with you guys, and I'm like, oh, I love this plot line. You're like, well, that plot line's not in there. And I'm like, really? I actually really liked it. To feel that different vibe of not knowing what's going into it, because I know too much about stuff when I go into it now that I'm kind of like wanting something different.
Well, it's like it's like the whole thing with Obi-Wan, where the scriptwriter of the show had to come out and tell everybody, guys, relax. The Grand Inquisitor's not dead. We didn't break canon. Like, he had to actually flat out come out and say it, because people were complaining, oh, you broke canon, you broke canon, you broke canon. Like, dude, just enjoy the show, watch it to the end, and then after you've watched it, reserve your decisions. Like,
see, here's the thing. I'm going to stop you there because there's one thing. I love how they're saying that's broken canon when we already have a broken canon. They didn't point out that I pointed out, and that is this. Remember when Reva was actually talking to Leia, and she says Obi-Wan Kenobi? How does Leia know about Obi-Wan Kenobi? Like, that's just we're getting. That's
a topic for Obi-Wan review when the series is done.
But you see where I'm going with that, right? Yeah. Like, there's a whole broken plot line there, and they're not even bringing that up. Like, anyway,
The Last
of Us
still
a great show.
Is literally already a show on its own.
Yeah,
because that game has like 0 gameplay. It's a quick time event for like 25 hours. Terrible game.
I didn't like it. Yeah. Like, I mean,
it's not bad, but I'm not a fan.
It's not something that requires I finished it, and
many times, but
I'm not going to go back and replay it again.
In terms of the show, you already have a baseline set for you. You're just reenacting it in a TV show that they're probably going to extend out some of the scenes to be longer. And there's way more money behind this than there was in Halo.
It's like that episode of the Simpsons where Lisa creates her own Malibu Stacy type doll, but now Malibu Stacy has a new hat.
Exactly.
That's exactly what this is.
That's what this game is going to be.
But let me ask you this: did they? Because like Ellen Page literally would have been made for that role. Did they not even hire her to play that character? Like,
Elliot.
I have no idea.
Huh? Elliot Page.
Or okay, sorry.
It's Elliot Page now.
Oh, is it? Oh, wait, really? Oh, whoa.
He transitioned. Yeah, he's come out as trans, and he prefers to be addressed as he. He now goes by Elliot Page.
You need the internet guy,
dude. This was like
more than a year ago.
This came out. This came out like this news story came out roughly right around the time Umbrella Academy season 2 ended.
I haven't got to see the new season of Umbrella Academy. I'm staying away from spoilers, so that's probably why.
Yeah, it's. Good for him. Like, I mean, if that's what makes you happy, by all means, right?
But I wasn't expecting it. Like, I didn't know. I'm not okay. Elliot Page. It's a weird saying now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be mean.
So that's why there's no chance that he's going to be playing Ellie. Yeah. Even though they based the likeness of Ellie off of.
I'm literally going to look this up as soon as we're done here. I had no idea.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
In
again,
fairness, they did get Bella Ramsey, who's a pretty good actor.
Yes.
And she does play Lyanna Mormont on Game of Thrones.
Game of
She was
Thrones,
great in that show. So
and Pedro Pascal, who was also in Game of Thrones.
was he? Oh yes, he was. Yeah,
He was the guy who got his eyeball squished out.
Yeah.
You mean you mean Mando?
Yes, Mando. So it's just like there's all this talks about like, oh, Pedro Pascal is going to be replaced on Mando. They're not replacing Pedro Pascal on Mando.
Oh heck no!
Huh?
No,
You didn't hear about this?
You're
Campo,
telling me Star
need to-
Wars is going to take their prime #1 seller and change the actor?
Dude, look into it. Like, honestly, this whole look up replacing Pedro Pascal on Mandalorian. You'll see like dozens of news stories on that.
It's so
But
stupid.
that's
Like, people-
obviously not going to happen.
No,
No.
they revitalized. He single-handedly revitalized the Star Wars franchise.
What did he do?
Yes. Well, not him.
Nothing.
but
That's
you-
the thing. This came out around.
Okay. And meanwhile, Ezra Miller's out there kidnapping girls, and he's
Oh
like,
my god!
he didn't
I was
even get
wondering if you
fired.
guys read about that. I literally, my internet went down. I literally had a thing about that, and I'm like, oh god, really? Like and then-
It's like okay, you know, a bar fight, we'll let it go. Disorderly conduct, we'll let it go. Okay, you kidnapped the girl. Okay, that's it. Like it's like Ezra Miller's like, let's see how far I can take this.
I'm at this point that we need to just like end this podcast and start another one called Celebrity Gossip because
Okay, the first article I find right away is that this was a rumor started by Carl Urban fans who want Carl Urban to replace him as the Mandalorian.
Oh my god.
Whereas Carl Urban is fantastic on The Boys. He's not leaving that.
Leave him there.
What? Leave him there.
Leave him
Exactly.
there.
But either way, the thing is, it's just like the whole thing with him, with Carl Urban. They both are good with helmets on, so they both have.
Hashtag bring back Stallone as Dredd.
That's right.
They're
I
gonna go
am
back
the
and-
law.
I am the law. I am the law.
Well, that
Rev
was
Schneider. Rev Schneider is derpy derp.
He's a
Dude,
carry.
Rev Schneider
Okay,
is
wow,
cute.
this
Okay.
episode was great.
This episode's done. Thanks again for joining us. If there were any games that you guys are looking forward to, or any of the highlights you saw from any of these shows, games, or anything that you're looking forward to, where was Fable? Is that even in development yet? So let us know in the comments below. And with that, all their stuff will be in the bio, in the description as well. And go check out their stuff. Campo just did the 100th episode of the show that is yet to be named. It was a live stream. Both myself, Putty, Nikki, and Caps, we were all there on that show. So I'll have the link to that there to go on and watch that. That was a lot of fun. That was
And
the first time I've ever been on a live stream. So
Yeah, right. And I will actually have better quality next time we do our podcast.
Debatable.
now, I don't know. The Putty's cleavage will get some views on this.
Putty in low quality looks so much better.
Putty cleavage. On that note, guys, thanks again for joining us. So we'll see y'all next time.